Hi guys, this is Sharon. I'm back for more punishment. I think both mine and yours. First of all, I want to apologize for my first video and the 25,000 ums I have in there. So I'm going to try really hard to cut out some of the ums in this one. So let's get started. This journal I am calling the Garden Party Journal. It's got a lot of botanical and garden themed items in it. And it's got a sari silk closure. I used an old book cover for the cover of this journal, and I just left the cover as is. I usually try to clean them up as much as possible, but this particular one, I liked the image on the cover, and it actually has the word flower on it, so I liked that idea too. It goes with my theme. And it's got a castle on it, and when I think of a garden party, I think of a castle garden. So it's got about a 1.5 inch spine. It's 5 by 7 3/4. I did reinforce the spine so it's nice and solid. Inside, I shoved this one pretty full of stuff, so I am sending some extra pieces along. On the inside cover, I used a piece of Tim Holtz wallpaper. And the reason I'm calling this the Garden Party Journal is because I used a kit from Mint Verity called Garden Party. And it's got some beautiful blue hues in it. I really like the blue color in this journal. I thought this would be a good journal for anyone who likes to document their gardening activities or to plan their garden for the next year. I, for one, plant a lot of flowers in pots, and I like to write down what I planted. I like to take some pictures and save those for the following year. So I kind of know what I want to repeat, what I want to change. So I think it'd be a good journal for that. It's got, let's see, 5 signatures and about 172 pages. So I've inserted some field guide sheets. In this journal, I've incorporated some avocado dyed pages. And I don't know if you can tell, maybe against the white sheet, it turned out just a very blush pink. I love the shade of it. It's just a very light blush. I've got ledger paper in here, Tracy Fox image, little stamping. I've got several pieces of paper that I treated with clear acrylic spray. This was a technique that Nick the Booksmith posted in a how-to video, and I really like the result of that. It gives you a paper. I just use regular copy paper, but it feels like a real heavy vellum. And this is just a public domain image I put on there. This is a floating pocket that I made from an old cookbook page, and it's got a botanical on there. On this side, I've incorporated, I got a kit from Nevermore Creations 17 that has all different types of wallpaper. I just love it. And there's a lot of different vintage styles of wallpaper in that kit, and that's one of them. And here I just adhered 3, these are authentic French CPAC labels from, I believe, the early 1900s. I put them on some envelopes, and on the back of the envelopes I just put some stamps. I used some of the original book pages from this particular book. So this was a title page, and it is copyright 1898 and 1901. Reinforced those with washi tape. This is a map with pockets. I made some journaling cards out of some cardstock and paper. Did a little layering. On the back side, I have coffee dyed paper that has some stenciling on it, and tags have a velvet tab at the top. I got 2 similar ones on this side. In this pocket, I have a vintage card catalog, an old postcard that has a garden picture on the front. I really love this. It's a Paris postcard. That's authentic. And then a journaling card that I made. That flips out. A book page from this book. Tracy Fox. Pleasure. These cards are made from an Artie Mays kit that has calendars in it. I just love the images on those. And I included the summer months, so it might be a good way to chronicle or plan out your garden for the summer. And I just have some inside envelope paper on the back. That's a Roxy Creation label. On this signature, I have a little cluster with paper flowers, some antique lace, velvet ribbon, and book spine pieces. This, I have several of these in here. These are from a kit that I got from TaylorMade Journals, and it's called Italian, let me get this right, Italian Calligraphy Cards. And she has got some wonderful digital kits. I just love them. This is one that I tried, and oh, don't get me started on her eco-dyed papers. They are gorgeous. So I've got quite a few kits from her. This is a table of contents from this book. Tracy Fox, Doily. This is a French dictionary page. And here I altered an envelope and made it into a floating pocket. And then I've got a card in there. And then in here I've got a couple of cards, again, from a TaylorMade Journal kit. This is some more sealer sprayed paper and with an old garden image. I included a copy of this old letter on, I think it's tracing paper, but I included it because it says in here that this person mowed the grass and sprinkled the yard. So I thought that went well with the garden theme. And then I made this journaling card with a stamp on the back. Little tuck spot here made from Roxy Creation label and some old lace. This is just a journaling page with some botanicals on it. Graph paper, little pocket. Just made a small little journal from extra pieces and papers. This is an old music sheet, a little collage. This is washi tape stamp. And this is just made from an old book page. It's got a botanical picture on it. And here's an old map that I treated with some beeswax. Gives it a nice waxy coat. Acrylic sealed Bellamy paper. Edith Holden page. This is a napkin that I treated with glue and water. I found a tutorial from Carrie Teeter. She has a really nice how-to video on how to achieve this result. And it's just a single layer of napkin. You brush on the glue and water mixture and let it dry, and it gets this nice prickly feeling. And it's shiny on one side, matte on the other. And I actually, on some of mine, mixed coffee instead of plain water, and it gives that kind of coffee stain look to it as well. Another little washi tape and stamp on there. Another map with beeswax on the front. Did some stitching along the side. I don't know if you can see that or not. Another card backed with some ledger paper. This is, again, another piece of wallpaper from the Evermore Creations kit. And I love printing these on construction paper because it really gives it that old-timey, antique wallpaper, the old paper kind of feel. Some tags, Tracy Fox kit. Again, that same Tracy Fox. These are journaling cards. This side, I just put a little bit of sewing tissue paper on there. And that's a tag. And I also made a bookmark in this journal. Hopefully you can see it. It's got some charms on the bottom of each end. You can use it to bookmark one or more pages. Old cookbook page, some ledger paper. Again, another map. Some coffee dyed graph paper, and here's a journaling sheet with ledger paper. And this back I gotta check now. This is, I'm gonna forget if I don't look it up. Digital curio. Let's go with that. Did some punching on a lot of the edges. Some coffee stain on there. There's a couple of really heavy card-like journaling cards. Here again, this is an Evermore Creations image. Kind of made it into a little booklet. Did some stitching on there. And then another piece from that wallpaper kit. And the last signature has a sari silk ruffle with a vintage button. Journaling sheet with some botanicals on it. French dictionary page. Edith Holden sheet. A couple little tags with the date that I made this. Vintage wallpaper sheet again from that same kit. And this last page has a sweet little pocket. That is from Tailor Made Journal Kit. And then some Tracy Fox tea cards. And that is the journal. Hope you like it, and thank you for watching.